All right, we are live. Let me pull this up, pull up the chat on my phone. Hello. Just gonna get the chat going here so I can, hello Jared and Timothy, welcome to class today. Just want to make sure I'm in focus. We're trying a new setup here. I normally have the couch behind me, but I've moved that because I think you can see me a lot more clearly without a dark couch behind me when I'm always in solid black. So yeah, there we go. All right, welcome. We'll get started in 2 minutes. Alice, thank you for making your debut this evening. You are looking very well. All right. We are going to be focusing on our low back and hamstrings today as per request. This is going to be a pretty grounded class. It will be 30 minutes in length. If you have 2 blocks, stick those by the top of your mat. Hello, Madison. Alice, you gotta give me a little bit of space here, bud. Okay, I guess we can sit like this for 1 more minute. Happy Monday. I feel so much more tired this Monday. I'm back working in the office now. I've been working from home for the past 2 years, so it is very exhausting to be around everybody all day. So I'm really excited. Let's stretch it out because it's 7 o'clock. Excuse me, Alice Cat. Just want to make sure I'm in focus. I think I am. All right, welcome to Beginner's Flow. If you're just tuning in now, class is going to be 30 minutes in length. If you have 2 blocks, stick them by the top of your mat. My name is Rachel and I'll be guiding you for the next 30 minutes. We're going to be working on our low back and hamstrings, and we're going to start in a child's pose today. From a tabletop position, taking the toes together, knees wide, hips sit back, arms reach forward. You can bring your forehead down to the mat, let it melt into it, or you can bring a block under your forehead for a little more of a supportive option. That can be really nice to bring the ground up to you. We'll take 5 rounds of breath here to begin. Taking nice deep inhales, letting the exhales sink you a little deeper. All right, have 1 more inhale in this child's pose. With your exhale, let's walk the hands over to the right, getting a stretch into the left side body. Awesome. Use the next inhale to walk the hands back to center. Exhale, take it over to the left, getting into the right side body. Great. And bring it back to center. Grip into those fingertips to pull you up out of that child's pose. Realigning the legs to a tabletop position. So we're coming to all fours, hands and knees, wrists are under shoulders and knees under hips. Hands are spread nice and wide. And we're externally rotating through our shoulders, shining that elbow pit to the front of the room. We'll get the spine moving with some cat-cows. With an inhale, reach the heart space forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together and down the back, gaze ahead. And with an exhale, start by tucking the tailbone. Let it round up the spine as you exhale and contract chin to chest. Try a couple more breaths with those. Inhaling to reach it forward. Exhaling to round. 2 more with your own breath. And bringing it back to a neutral spine. Let's bump the hips a little left and right. Get into the side body. And then bring it back to neutral. Great. Alice, excuse me. With the next inhale, let's reach the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, threads the needle. Right arm comes underneath the left. Right ear is going to come all the way down to the mat. If it's uncomfortable to get the ear all the way down, you can bring a block under, bring the ground a little closer to you. Try and keep the hips centering here. Mine are trying to bump off to the left, so I'm trying to pull them back. One more breath in. Exhale, presses into that left hand, brings you all the way back up. Right arm reaches to the sky and your place is on the mat. Right into the other side. Inhale, reaches the left arm up. Exhale, threads the needle, left arm underneath the right, left ear all the way down, bringing that block under if you need it for some support. Pulling those hips back to center if they're bumping off. One more breath in. Exhale, press into that right hand, brings you all the way up. Left arm reaches to the sky and replaces back on the mat. Awesome. From our tabletop position, let's shift forward so shoulders are past the wrists, bend into the elbows, lower all the way to the ground. Great, pressing into the tops of the feet here, squeezing the glutes, pressing the hips into the mat. Hands are under the shoulders. With an inhale, the heart space reaches forward, baby cobra. Gaze stays down at the mat. We want a nice long spine. And then the forearms are going to place down, finding a sphinx pose. Gaze can come straight ahead. Awesome. Pull those shoulder blades together and down the back. Lots of space here. Take 2 breaths here. Really squeeze the glutes, pressing the hips. This is uncomfortable in the low back. You can walk the forearms forward, make a little more space. One more breath in. And exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. And we're gonna flip ourselves like pancakes onto our backs. Bloop. Let's roll over and plant both feet. Comfortable distance away. Feet are gonna be hip width distance and parallel here. Awesome. Right leg is gonna pick up. You can keep a bend in this knee. Hands are gonna come behind the thigh. Great. We're pointing through that toe. Let's do some points and flexes. Flex and point. If you want to straighten through this right leg, you can, but you can totally keep a bend in it as well. So we start to get into that hamstring for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Finishing off with that right foot in a point. Right hand is going to hold on to this right leg and gently guide it out to the right side away from you. Once again, you can have a bend or straight, depending on where you are. Getting that nice hip inner thigh opening. For 3, for 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Awesome. We're going to reflex into this right foot, cross right ankle over left thigh, finding a figure 4 position. Left leg is going to pick up. Both feet have a really strong flex. We're going to hold here, pulling the low back into the mat, trying to drive this right knee away from you. So notice how we're not using our hands. Usually in your figure 4, you'll grab behind the left thigh, but we're trying to make this nice and active. Instead of just passively pulling the leg towards us, we're driving this right knee away. For 3, 2, 1. Lower that left foot back down. Awesome. Right leg is going to cross all the way over the left, and both knees knock over to the left to find a twist. You want to keep both shoulders on the ground here. If this twist feels a little too deep, you can uncross the legs, knock both knees to the left for a gentler option. I'm just getting like caressed by this cat tail. Oh no, the camera has lost me. We're here for 3, for 2, and 1. Bring that back to center. Awesome. Let's uncross our legs and we'll get set up for the other side. Grounding down through the right leg this time. Left leg picks up, point through the toe. You can have a bend or straight leg. Hands come behind the thigh. And we'll go through some points and flexies. Moving at your own pace here. Awesome. We've got 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to end off with this left foot in a point. Left hand is going to stay on this left leg and gently guide it out to the left side. Getting into that inner thigh. Leg can be bent or straight. And we're here for 3, here for 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Reflex into this left foot, and we'll cross left ankle over right thigh. Right leg is going to pick up. Nice strong flex in both feet here. Engage the core, pull the low back into contact with the mat. Drive this left knee away from you. I think cat hair has been whipped into my eye. All right, stay here for 3, for 2, and 1. Place that left foot or right foot back down. Left leg crosses all the way over the right thigh. Next exhale, knocks both knees to the right, settling into that twist. And if you want a gentler option, uncrossing the legs, knock both knees to the right. You want both shoulders to be grounded here. And we're here for 3, for 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Awesome. Let's uncross those legs. Grab onto your block if you have one. We're going to bring our legs to reverse tabletop position. So the knees are going to stack up over the hips. Shins are parallel with the ground. We're going to take our block, place it between the thighs. Squeeze the legs together. Engage the core to pull the low back into the mat. Ribs are knitting together here. Nice and strong. Arms are going to reach forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, crunch head, neck, shoulders up off the mat. Keep squeezing that block. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower back down. Keep this block here. We're going to go up 2 more times. Inhale, prepares. Exhale, crunch up. Hold for 5, 4. Keep squeezing for 3, 2, 1. Lower back down. Awesome. A second of a break, and then we'll go back into it. Inhale, breath. Exhale, crunch. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower back down. Awesome. Take this block, get it out of there, stick it back up by the top of your mat. Let the legs relax down. We're going to flip ourselves back onto our stomachs. And then press ourselves back up to a tabletop, however you want to get there. Take a little shake off. Just realized my ambient purple lights haven't been on. Although I don't think they're very bright anymore. All right, in your tabletop position, with the next inhale, we're going to pick this right leg up, send it behind you, bend into the knee, toe is pointing up towards the sky. Exhale, crunch this right knee up towards the chest, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand lizard lunge. Awesome. Let the hips dip down, heart space reach forward. Blocks can come under the hands here. So oftentimes low back pain can come from tight hips. There's a muscle that wraps around towards your pelvis and comes over to your low back called your psoas, I believe is how you pronounce it. So oftentimes stretching into the hips can help with your low back pain. So we're going to stay here for one more breath. Great. Let's heel toe this right foot back into a normal lunge position. Hands can still be on blocks here. Breath in. Exhale, pull the hips back, straighten through this right leg, flex the foot, find a half split. Bring your blocks with you if you like. We want to have a nice long spine here. We're not rounding. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, take it back. One more time. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Great job. Inhale, bring it forward one more time. We're going to tuck the back toes to lift that knee. Take a gentle step in with the left foot and rise up to a flat spine position, straightening through both legs, finding a pyramid. Hands can be on the hips, heart center, or your blockies. We want a nice long spine here. Hips are square to the front of the mat. Both toes are facing forward. Awesome. 2 breaths. Great. With the next inhale, rise all the way up to standing. We're going to turn these left toes out to the left-hand side. Keep straight through both legs. Hips are going to open to the left, arms reach to a T. Shifting like someone's pulling on your right hand and then hinging to bring the right hand to a block or the ground to the inside of the right leg, triangle pose. Left arm reaches up. One more breath in. Exhale, take it all the way back up. Turn to face the front of the mat. Step forward. Arms reach up overhead, breath in. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips, take it down. Nice soft knees in this fold. Let the chest melt towards the thighs. You can have a nice generous bend here. With an inhale, find a halfway lift. Show me a nice long spine. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Hands can come to the shins or the thighs. Legs are going to straighten here. Exhale, let the legs bend. Chest melts towards the thighs. Awesome. Let's plant our hands. Step it back to a plank. Lower the knees to the ground, tabletop position. Setting up for the other side. Awesome. With the next inhale, left leg's going to reach back. Point that toe towards the sky, bend into the knee. Exhale, steps the left foot to the outside of the left hand, lizard lunge. Hips dip down, heart space reaches forward. Take a couple breaths here as we start to work into the hips. Look, we're already more than halfway done. 30 minutes is so quick. One more breath here. Great. We're going to heel toe this left foot in so it comes to a normal lunge position. Take a breath. Next exhale, pulls the hips back, straighten through the left leg, flex the foot, find your half split, bring in your blocks if you need them. Inhale, forward, low lunge. Exhale, half split. One more like that. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Great. Inhale, take it forward one more time. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift that knee, take a gentle step in with this right leg, and rise up to a long, flat spine pyramid pose. Both legs are straight, toes pointing to the front of the mat, hips are square. Hands can come to hips, heart center. You can come to your blocks. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Pull the belly button towards the spine, strong core. 2 breaths here. Great. Next inhale, take it all the way up to standing. We're going to turn the right foot, the toes out to the right side, hips open to the right. Arms reach to a T, shifting forward like someone's pulling on this left hand, and then hinging. Left hand comes to a block or to the ground, to the inside of the left leg, triangle pose. Right arm reaches up to the sky. You can take the gaze up to that right hand if it's comfortable for your neck, or you can take it down to the ground. Traditionally, it goes up to the top, but that can be kind of uncomfortable on the neck, so. One more breath in here. Exhale, bring it all the way back up to standing. Turn to face the front of the mat. Step to the top, arms reach up, breath in. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips, take it down. Remember, nice bend in the knees here. Let the chest melt towards the thighs. Inhale, find that halfway lift. Straighten out through the legs and spine. And exhale, fold, soft knees. Awesome. Let's hang out here for a couple breaths. Let the head hang heavy. Hands can come down to the mat, or option to take peace fingers around the big toe, or slide the palms of your hands under the feet. Padahastasana, hands to feet pose. I like to do that and then bend into the elbows, pull my chest a little deeper. One more full breath here. Great. If your hands are under your feet, let's get those out of there. Inhale, rise up, find your halfway lift one more time. And exhale, fold, plant the hands, step it back to your plank, and then we'll take it up and back, downward facing dog. Once you arrive here, take a little pedal out through the feet, move the hips a little side to side. Take one more breath of wiggle and then settle into some stillness here. While you're here, press equally through the hands and the feet. Bend the knees as much as you need to lengthen through the spine, low ribs pulling in. Great. With the next inhale, bring it up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, push the chest back towards the thighs. Hold here for a breath in. Exhale to try and re-straighten through those legs. Maybe you get a little bit deeper. We'll try that one more time. Inhale up on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, chest compresses towards the thighs. Hold here for a breath in. Exhale, re-elongate through those legs one more time. Great. Let's walk those hands to the back of the mat, meeting in a forward fold. Once you arrive here, feet are going to heel toe out the width of the mat, heels in, toes out. We're going to sit the hips down into a malasana, a deep squat. You can bring blocks under the butt here for support. Take a little wiggle, hands come to heart center, triceps press to the inside of the knees. Take 2 breaths here, nice open hips. Great, one last inhale. With an exhale, drive it all the way up to standing big squat. Great, heel toe the feet back to your hip width distance position. Arms, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips, take it down. Soft knees, chest compresses towards the thighs. Inhale, find a halfway lift, straighten everything out. Exhale to fold, plant the hands, crawl it forward to your plank. Once you arrive here, knees are going to lower, tabletop position, and sit off to one side. Great job. We're going to send the legs in front of us. Great. Straighten through the legs, flex the feet. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Bottom of the right foot is going to come into the left inner thigh, seated tree pose. Great. With an inhale, try to fold forward, keeping a flat spine here. I'd like to think about squeezing my shoulder blades together and reaching my chest towards my feet. Great. This feels very inaccessible. You can take a gentle bend into this left leg. Try and bring the chest a little further forward. Awesome. This is a great way to get a little deeper into your folds, inviting a bent knee, bringing the chest forward, and then see if you could slide that heel a little bit more away. Deep breaths here for 2 more. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. Let's take this right foot, bring it to the outside of the left thigh so it crosses over the leg. Left arm's going to reach up, touch the right knee, and then exhale, twist. All right, we got to get into the other side. I'm running out of time here. Inhale, bring it back to center. Uncross those legs. Right leg goes long. Into the other side. Bottom of the left foot. Right inner thigh. Inhale, find space. Reach the heart space forward. Exhale, take a fold here. Try and keep that long spine. If you did so on the other side, take a little bend into this right knee. Try and bring the chest closer to the thigh. Heart space reaching forward. Trying to find lots of length here. 2 more breaths. All right, let's bring it back up. Nice tall seat. Left foot is going to cross over this right thigh to the outside. Right arm reaches up. Exhale, crosses to twist. All right, let's bring it back to center. Inhale, back, uncross those legs. Plant the feet, take a little windshield wipe side to side. How much time do I have? I have you for 2 more minutes. All right. Let's send those legs long, roll it down onto the back. Once you get to the back, knees come up towards the chest. Hands can come to the shins. You can gently rock back and forth here. Or you can take this into your happy baby, flexing the feet, showing the bottoms of them to the sky. Reaching up for a pant leg, outer edges of the feeties. 3 breaths. In whichever of those options you choose. Great. Once you finish there, we'll release those feet. And we're going to plant the feet to the width of the mat, so they're nice and wide. And then knock the knees together. Great. We'll take a quick little Shavasana here, letting the arms fall wherever they're comfortable. Take a couple deep breaths. And whenever you're ready, you can take a nice stretch through all the limbs, little wiggles and extends. And then rolling off to one side, using the opposite hand to press you up to a seat. All right. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm gonna come a little bit closer here. I'm just like trying to figure out this focus in this space, which is proving to be a bit of a challenge, but thank you for joining me tonight. I had the most unrelaxing Shavasana moment there. I have Doors album playing in the background, and if you're a Doors fan, you know that part in the end when Jim Morrison, or near like the mid-end, heck, you lost me. When Jim Morrison just kind of loses it like he does in every song, and he starts singing about like, killing his family. That's what I was Shavasana-ing too. So very calming. And thank you for joining. If you enjoyed this class, please check out the link below for my Patreon, where we do multiple live classes per week. They are longer than this one, although there is shorter options on there that are pre-recorded. There's also an option on there to tip for these classes here, so I can keep making free content on YouTube. We are here every Monday at 7 p.m. Atlantic Daylight Time for 30 minutes of beginner's flow. You're welcome, everybody. Timothy, Maddie, Linda, thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time. Yeah, for the rest of this week, I think we have all levels flow on Thursday, and then next Monday we have beginner's flow, all levels flow, and then a power flow on Friday. So if you're on Patreon, check it out. Also, if you're a Doors fan, since I was just talking about the Doors, we did a Doors slow flow last Friday. That was so much fun. And I just uploaded the recording today, so you can have access to that through the recordings only or live levels on Patreon. Cat tax. It's always Alice. out here. She was so deep in the cat tree. I was dead asleep. She's so moldable. She's just like a bowl of soup cat. I swear I have 4 cats and somehow the only one that makes an appearance is Alice. All right. So many more people just tuned in while I was showing the cats. Is there anybody else here? No. All right, guys. Meowless. I will see you next time. Farewell.